We speak student!
Exclamation point. A la Shmoop. We all have that one friend.
Bimbas!
The one who's an endlessly happy person, always excited about life and school and her boyfriend and her 12 cats. Let's call her Cindy.
Cupcakes!
Talking to Cindy is a pain in the rear because every sentence she speaks comes out like this. OMG, did you see what happened in the library today? Carrie Clueless dropped her Coke on the carpet and it went everywhere. Too many exclamation points, Cindy. Try and contain your enthusiasm.
I barely even spilled.
Exclamation points serve a special purpose in writing. They add oomph to a sentence, or indicate the presence of strong emotions like surprise, pain, fear, or urgency. Exclamation points are like salt. They should be used sparingly. Clearly, our friend Cindy never learned this lesson. For example, when Cindy talks about what she had for lunch, it isn't necessary for her to say, "I'm having a bologna sandwich!" Exclamation point. Bologna sandwiches aren't exciting.
Yellow.
However, if Cindy were to find a roach on her bologna sandwich, we'd expect an exclamation point to make an appearance.
Exclamation point in the house!
When Cindy talks about the sweater she crocheted for her cat Pumpkinhead, she doesn't need to say, "His little sweater is so precious!" Exclamation point.
Selfie time!
It's a cat sweater, not the solution to the Riemann hypothesis. However, if Justin Bieber likes a picture of Cindy's sweater-wearing feline on Facebook,
Oh my gosh!
then it would be perfectly appropriate for Cindy to bust out the exclamation point.
That's what I'm talking about.
While sentences we use in everyday speech might occasionally merit an exclamation point, there's a special category of phrases called exclamatory sentences. These guys always end with an exclamation mark. When Cindy steps on a Lego and screams, "Ouch!" that ouch ends in an exclamation point. When Cindy steps in a pile of cat vomit in the middle of the night on the way to the bathroom and screams, "Gross!" that gross ends in an exclamation point.
Mwahaha. Ha.
When Cindy devises yet another quaint sweater designed for one of her many cats and screams, "Eureka!" that eureka ends in an exclamation point. When it comes to quotation marks, it can be a tad difficult to figure out whether an exclamation point goes before or after a quotation mark. So here's the rule. If a whole sentence is an exclamation, the exclamation point goes after the quotation mark. For example, if we have the sentence, Cindy was so surprised when Carrie Clueless said, "I like peanut butter and tuna fish sandwiches."
Yeah.
The sentence would look like this. Cindy was so surprised when Carrie Clueless said, comma, quotation mark, "I like peanut butter and tuna fish sandwiches," quotation mark, exclamation point. Got it? However, if only the words within the quotation mark are an exclamation, and they always are in Cindy's case, then the exclamation point would go inside the quotation mark. For example, if we have the sentence, Cindy told Carrie Clueless, "My grandmother died yesterday and I'm so sad." The sentence would look like this. Cindy told Carrie Clueless, comma, quotation mark, "My grandmother died yesterday and I'm so sad," exclamation point, quotation mark. And that's pretty much it for exclamation points. The most important thing to remember is that the fewer exclamation points there are in a piece of writing, the better. Good luck getting Cindy on board with that one.
Uh-oh. Come back here! How dare you!
OMG.
What did the buffalo say to his son as he left for school?
Bye, son. Okay, bad joke, but if you survived it, how about clicking the subscribe button below? And if you're looking for more jokes from yours truly, why not check out our website at www.shmoop.com. And if you want to get updates on what's new, well, check us out on Facebook and Twitter too. Please check our Facebook and Twitter pages, please.